Good afternoon, welcome to GrainTV. It's October 16th, 2013. I'm Logan Burgess. To my right here is Brock Shimbano to help break down the action that we saw on a Wednesday in the grain complex. Jumping into the quotes here, we saw corn down just 3/4 cent on December. Soybeans, one area of strength today, up 9.5 cents, and we had relative weakness out of the wheat complex. Chicago wheat down 4 1/4. Kansas City wheat down 11.5 cents. You know, Brock, yesterday we did get some good numbers out from NOPA. Certainly a little bit stronger crush during the month of September than what the trade was expecting. We didn't really see that affect the market a lot yesterday. Was that to do with the gains today, or was it largely technical?
You know, I think today it was largely technically driven, and then some overflow from what was going on in the equities. If we take a look at the daily soybean chart here, you can see that, like we talked about yesterday, we did go down and test that support level right around that 1265 area. Today we bounced off it for a time, went up to about that 200-day moving average, which is the pink line. That held some resistance for a little bit, but we ended up breaking above that on, I think, what was going on in the outside markets. S&P, the Dow, they're both up over 1% today. I think that really flowed over into the soybean market particularly and added some support there. We also saw funds jump in and buy about 6,000 contracts as well, so that definitely added some support. You know, a lot of what's going on with the outside markets is really driven by what's going on in Washington. A lot of the debt ceiling negotiations are starting to wrap up here at the end of the day.
Yeah, you know, it certainly sounded like toward the end of the day we are close to a compromise, both in terms of the government shutdown and the debt ceiling. As we know, October 17th is kind of the day when the Treasury Department estimates we will run out of our ability to pay our bills. It does look like, though, Congress has come in once again at the 11th hour to kind of postpone this debt agreement. We didn't have any firm resolution to it. They're going to revisit it in February, so expect for this circus to pick back up at that point. But certainly the outside markets seem to enjoy the noise out of Washington here today. Certainly most important, though, for the grain complex is what the USDA is going to do. We had some news earlier this morning that the USDA is going to announce by the end of the week whether or not they're going to release the October WASDE report. Certainly this market's gone a long time now without any firm numbers from the USDA, both in terms of ending stocks and those weekly crop condition reports.
You know, the thing to think about there and keep in mind is that it usually takes about 3 weeks for them to gather the information and analyze it and then finally publish the report. We're about 3 weeks out from the November report, which comes out on November 8th. So I give it very little hope that we're actually going to see that October report. In all likelihood, I bet it's going to get canceled, and we'll have to wait until the November 8th report to get an update.
Yeah, you know, certainly so. That will be one focus of when the USDA does make their announcement. But certainly another important component will be what are they going to do with the export sales that has gone unreported, and what are they going to do with those crop conditions and progress reports right now. Certainly, we've been going off analyst expectations for a long time now in terms of harvest progress and good to excellent ratings. We'll keep you posted on everything the USDA has to say over on Twitter at GrainTV is where you can find us over there. You know, for the remainder of the week, Brock, we're not going to have those export sales tomorrow. Kind of the next big report to keep an eye on. We are going to be getting a production and acreage update from Informa on Friday. So certainly the trade always follows those Informa numbers very closely, and in an environment where we don't get any USDA numbers, certainly a little bit more spotlight may be put on that. We'll keep you posted on the Informa numbers as well on Twitter. As I said, at GrainTV is where you can find us over there. Thanks a lot for joining us here on a Wednesday on GrainTV. We'll see you tomorrow.